Hey guys, it's Roscoe, and on the Space Couch today we're going to take Luke Skywalker's Jedi Exile spread from the Last Jedi Visual Dictionary, and here it is. Very nice. It is too. We see him there with his walking stick, his fishing pole, I think his rain gear, his pack, and there are the huts, of course, the first Jedi village. So, let's see what it says. Since the fiery collapse of his Jedi training temple, I wonder if it's still called a Praxium or not. That was what it was called in the LDU. Luke Skywalker has put that part of his life behind him, focusing instead on the task of living on Ach-To. In many ways, the toil of his existence on the island mirrors his youth spent on Tatooine. The chores he spent great energy avoiding in his teen years now mark the clock on his long, tiring island days. The native caretakers pay Luke little attention, for though his spirit is troubled and his view of the Jedi is clouded, he exhibits no outward ill will to the island itself and the history it contains. Skywalker has instead respected what island life asks of him and has carved out a place for himself in this harsh environment. Exile interrupted. Luke did not expect Rey's arrival in the Millennium Falcon or for his past to come crashing back into his island life like an ocean wave. He has lost track of time on the island, the result of his willful neglect, as well as a mysterious quality the world shares with such force-infused locales as Dagobah and Mortis. News of the disaster that has befallen the galaxy shocks him out of isolation. The past will not be buried. By a twist of fate, the starship the Rey uses to travel to the island is a flying time capsule of Luke's early adventures, containing the helmet and a combat remote he used in his very first Jedi lessons. And there is the flight helmet with the blast shield, and there is the training probe that he had. Obviously, Finn picks this up very briefly in The Force Awakens. So what else does it say? Yes. His the interior of his outfit, this is pinniped skin jacket is waterproof, and this, his cloak, intricately woven wool with natural waxes that shed water, and he has tightly wound leggings, again very similar to his early days on Tatooine. Luke's life follows strict routines. In this way, he can efficiently harvest everything he needs from the island, taking advantage of different seasons, times of day, and weather conditions. On the data file it says, despite living on an island drenched in the Force, Luke has cut off all connections to the mystical energy field. He was unaware of the fate that befell Han Solo, or of the interstellar cataclysm that wiped out countless lives in the Hosnian system. Now, here's a bit about his hut. The stone beehive huts there. It says, for all its raw beauty, Ach-To's weather is unpredictable at best, and strong shelter is a necessity. Luke retreats each night to his hut, an ancient corbelled structure made of stacked stones that has stood for millennia. The hut sits in a village built on the southern coast of the island, which is believed to have been the quarters of the earliest Jedi to study on Ach-To. And you see here that the door is made of salvaged S-foil from his X-Wing. And the prominent stones here point to important stars, or stars that were important back in the day. Now, what else do we have? It's his pack, there's a kindling bundle there. What else? A breather tank. There's his bottle for his lovely green milk. There's the fishing net, although that is the one that he captures over his shoulders. Carrying it is a bit big for a fishing net. And there's a sealed jug of rose salve, whatever he would use that for, any scratches or whatever, and a grooming box with mirror. For all these stats done, he hasn't exactly been keeping himself like Chewie has he? He's a bit of a mess. Learning to spearfish during his time on Lowell, that'll be some other world I've never heard of, Luke has become adept at using a very long pole that reaches from a bluff and extends into an inlet between opposing cliffs, and it's about 100 metres long, and if he's not using the Force, how can he even lift it? I don't know. So we have here the various fish. A fingerlip garpon, That is the first one. That's the one that he actually captures, I believe. Then the next one is a twin fin hyacinda with a fish hook made from salvaged wire, which you can see there. Then this one is a spetan channel fish, and it has a spear wound, but you can't really make it out. So I think that is about it. Yes, indeed. That's good to see Old Man Luke, as well as Jedi Master Luke. But yes, his time on the island, he must have been bored to tears. He must have been that bored, he should have even read the Jedi books. He didn't have much else to do, even if there weren't page turners. But yes, that's just our look at Luke Skywalker's time on Ach-To during his Jedi exile. Please subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this content. Leave me a comment suggesting for upcoming topic you'd like to see discussed, or like the video.